Hey, FootPrint, of course, we've got this girl here. Oh, I've got the music playing in the background. Turning it off in a minute. It's very loud. Turning it down. Oh, ooh, how are you all? Well, Mike Johnson got re-elected as Speaker. I've come to the conclusion over the last few days that things are going to play out for quite a while. I'm not in favour of those who are anti-Trump. I'm going to have a look at that. But yeah, I wasn't surprised. I was a little bit surprised that it was Mike Johnson. I thought maybe another Republican would step up and take it. I thought there was a chance of that. But I wasn't surprised that the speakership went to a Republican. Hi, Steve. Um, so yeah, that didn't surprise me. Again, I've had stuff happening all around me. Oh, Jesus, I forgot my phone. I've got to grab my phone because it's almost dead. Hang on a minute. It's just outside the doorway. Oh, drink this up with me. Some card. I got a lot happening. Well, not a lot, but a few things going on. Charging my phone on the first ballot. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people putting out that energy, um, and hoping. But also the thing with tarot is that it can take ages for things to happen. So expecting something read on like Thursday night to take effect on Friday, the following day, it's probably not really going to happen. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Linda. You are doing better. Oh, that is really, really good to hear. Um, just hang in there, be strong. You will get through it. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to get the lines straight of tarot. One of the decks I'll be using today. You're going to show everyone your pretty face? Show everyone your pretty face? No, being shy, bossy shy. No, what you want? Oh, there we go. Hi, Shelby Lisa. NSN, 6 a.m. in California. Really? 6 a.m. or 6 p.m., darling? I uncover the news. So, just got home from work. Yeah. Yeah, PM. Yeah. Hello to all my lovely lurkers and to everyone who watches at a later date. I really appreciate that you do come in and watch. You can leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you like. Um, if you're new and you like what I'm doing, feel free to subscribe. But yeah, I love doing this. Last few months, last 6 months have been pretty hectic, and I have not been as reliable on a couple of things I wanted to be, so I've had to cut back on one thing, including memberships, and I think I cancelled the membership, but people are still saying they're getting charged, so I'm not sure what's going on there, so I will have to investigate. Um, like Shelby, she's got the membership things there still, so yeah. Um, I hope you don't mind the music in the background for a while. Spirit guns. Hey, going okay, please say so. Yeah. We've had a couple of short heat waves and then a lot of much like well below average cooler temperatures. Now they're sort of creeping up towards the average, which is 29, but even so, they're still below that. So yeah, it's actually summer here, Steve. Um, so yeah, it's a lovely day today. Uh, we veer between very hot and over into the 30s and sometimes up around 40s, and then quite cool in the low to mid 20s, or low to high 20s. So we're not getting one thing or the other with consistency here, a few days at a time. Yeah. Anyway, so Mike Johnson got re-elected as Speaker. I was a little bit surprised it was him, but then I wasn't surprised that they chose a Republican. So, yeah. Can you read on Trump's sentencing for January the 10th? Oh, he's going to be happy. Well, yeah. Um, some accountability, I guess. The Knight of Wands. They're gonna show some restraint because basically they feel they have to, or the judge. Um, he's gonna be trying to get Holcomb, Governor Holcomb, to I think when they're there to pardon him, I think. Um, if she will. She might put pressure into it. Yes, you don't want that, do you? Here you go. You want sweetheart. You said it where you want it, not where mummy or anybody else wants it, right? A little bit warm in here. I've got the aircon out in the lounge room and it's coming down the hallway and putting a little bit of cool air in here, but not much. So, yeah, there's gonna be a bid to remain some autonomy on this, but hmm, here you go, sweetie. Somebody's definitely being a bit needy today, a bit clingy, which is fine. Now, yeah, so I'm seeing restraint. Oh, well, I don't have reversals in this deck, but the sun came out reversed. So it's not going to be all Trump wants. He wants it all to go away. But feel like it's I'm getting suspended sentence. And it's not all going to go Trump's way. He's still going to be happy. He's not going to get incarcerated. I don't feel that. I think the only thing he can do much on is a suspended sentence, which is totally unfair. Is he going to be incarcerated? Is that all? The deck was upside down. I'll still read that as reverse, but but still vigilance. Yeah, I feel like it's suspended sentence, and he's still gonna have to be vigilant. Either that or I don't think Trump's going to be 100% happy. I still feel like this should be reversed. But yeah, Marchin's not going to be able to do exactly what he wants. So I do feel it's going to be a suspended sentence. And, Trump's going to be happy. Well, and he's going to start pressuring the governor of New York to grant him a pardon. Hi, GMAR6. No sign of number 7 yet. Oh, well. Now, will Trump pressure the governor of New York for a pardon? Oh, yeah, that's a big yes. I'm the high and mighty almighty. Oh, yeah, he's really, really going to start pressuring her. She's going to counter back with patience and strength. There's a chance he might wear her down in the end, but he's definitely going to start pressuring her. I don't know when the next governor's election for New York is. Does anybody know? But if she doesn't, he'll eventually get his way, I think, if back a Republican or something. New York State governor. Since 2021. So she is. When is she up for election? Hey, Joji. Oh, thank you, darling. Um, when's she up for re-election? Was she just re-elected? It's every 4 years, isn't it? Yeah, 2026. So, she might put him off, but I think, if Trump is still around, he will definitely push for a Republican, and, if the Republican gets in, he'll pardon him. They'll pardon him. So, yeah. Las Vegas bomber. What bomb? It was a bomb. I know there was the guy who ran over, like, killed 10 people in New Orleans. What's this bomber? Who's this bomber? Is Trump gonna get a custodial sentence? It'd be house arrest. Possibly. Would it be house arrest? Yeah, probably. But he's still gonna go, "Ok." Oh, I heard something about a Tesla. Um, was anybody hurt? Is that music bothering anyone? I can bring it down a little bit more. Oh. Oh my goodness, why? Why did he do that? Wow, that's interesting. Anyway, what is gonna be the energy leading up to January 6th? Well, I hope he gets thrown, you know, isn't it Leavenworth where they get thrown? He'll definitely be dishonorably discharged. I know the Australian Defence Forces are putting out recruiting ads all over the world for people to come and serve in our defence forces, and they get fast track citizenship after a certain amount of time. And yeah, so let's have a look at the energy leading up to January 6th. You'd always like to think that something is going to happen to stop the certification. Um, There's always a chance, but look, these guys have a job to do, and they'll do it. An attempted insurrection did not stop the certification. No report or anything is going to stop that, whatever the job they have to do on January 6th, whether it's certify or say no. So, and you bet anyone lining up to demonstrate against Trump, the election being certified um, for Trump, will end up in jail. Ooh, here's an interesting card to have. What is the energy leading up to January 6th and the certification? We've got the Hermit and um, oh, yeah, Joji. Yeah, I was just saying that our government is planning to recruit from other countries and with you know, fast track citizenship if they come and serve for a certain amount of time and stuff. So yeah, that's just one way. Um, okay. So there's the Hermit, a light being shone. So there's going to be a few things come out during the certification or in the interim. Now, manipulation. This is leading up to January 6th. This is not January 6th. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting padding their nest. The institution. Now there's we've got the Hierophant again. Now we all know that somebody considers himself closest to God. Big Trump energy there. Stuff coming out, light being shone on a few things, manipulation, people padding their nest, but which is what I feel this is. It could be padding the votes. I'm not quite sure, but you know, hi 171 sign in. Having a rally on the 19th. Big walk. It could just be wishful thinking, but I got a picture on my there was of someone stepping up behind him on the podium, putting their hand on his shoulder and saying, "Come with me, sir. You're under arrest." But that went through my eye. Now that just Nancy Pelosi's Democrat, darling, Joji. I just got that. And him being led off the stage. I mean, it could be health, but I've got the distinct feeling he was being detained. But look at this. I cut the deck to put the card back in, and there's a tower. So this is interesting. Now, Trump has been getting towers from everybody, myself included. But it's just, I don't think anything's going to stop the process of a Republican becoming president, whether it's Trump or somebody else. Vance would not pick Mike Johnson as his vice president. He'd be the sensible pick, or a logical pick as Speaker of the House. Yeah. Let's see. A new hip after the first vote. Tough older women on the hill they are. Oh, a Republican. An older Republican lady fell down the. Yeah. Apparently, no jail time or financial penalty. Yeah, he wouldn't pay a financial penalty. He just wouldn't pay it. What's the point? Yeah, but a different lady fell down today. Yeah, I think they're going to have to introduce age limit, retirement age. Here now, if you were born when I was born, 1966, the retirement age is now 67. Used to be 65, but now it's 67 for me. Whereas for my sister, who was born both my sisters, their retirement age is 65. They're, when they're eligible for a pension. For me, I can retire before 67, but I will not be eligible for a pension till I'm 67. So. Okay. What's this rally? Why is he having a? I got a hit this morning, and I'll have a look at it. It's him working, so focused that he's so insecure. He feels he has to rally the troops all the time. This is like an apprentice going above and beyond because they're so insecure. So it's his insecurity. He needs the adulation from a rally. He really does. He needs the adulation. That's why he's doing it. Well, again, that would take a constitutional amendment, I think, isn't it? Yeah, I saw that. We've had ads over here for years and years and years about that. The link between alcohol and cancer risk. And yeah. So it's a little bit late in the game to be doing that, but we've had ads over here for years about it, you know. Yeah. New info drop from FBI on the January 6th bomber. Oh, okay. Will they find out who that was? That's a yes, they will. I think they have an idea, and they will get them. But yeah. Now I got a hit. Was it? It might have been last night or early this morning. Not quite sure when. That Trump was going to stack the courts, the Supreme Court. He stacked the courts last time, and he's going to do that again. Yes, that he's going to attempt to stack the Supreme Court. Is Trump going to stack the Supreme Court? He really does want to. Yeah, I guess he's going to try, but it's not going to be that easy. I think Spoon is not going to just bend to Trump's will. Mm. It's not going to be that easy for him. In fact, it might not even happen. Oh, he'll want more. Will Trump try to change the US to a monarchy? Dynastic rule. He's going to try and find he's looking for ways to do so. Yeah, this is conflict. It is going to lead to conflict. In fact, possibly this could be it's a minor arcana. Um, a constitutional crisis. Will he succeed? I'm getting a resounding no. If he tries, it's going to be absolute chaos. The second time the towers. So there's definitely stuff going to be happening around Trump. Um, oh, and people waking up. History and civics have really, really basically been totally wiped out as curriculum in the US. Um, and I sort of got places popping up that offer history and civic lessons that are extracurricular, um, affordable. I see a few of them getting attacked at first too. So it's, yeah. Okay, Joji, yeah. I think that Mexico would do that. Yeah, just to piss Trump off. Is Trump's mess around and find out moment going to be this year? Well, I do feel like this. It's a yes here with these two. Yeah. Now I've looked up at the energy leading up to January 6th. I'm going to use a different deck now. I'm going to use the Line Strider, and I want to have a look at January 6th. And there's talk that the 14th Amendment is going to be brought up. I understand that the Supreme Court gave a ruling on Article 5 of the 14th Amendment or something, and found in favour of Trump. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So, how will January 6th go? Two of Wands. Of course, they're going to have, each side is going to have their strategy heading in to the House, about how to deal with the bigger picture. The bigger picture, of course, being certifying the election, but they're each going to have their strategy. This can also represent a block. but we'll have a look further. Okay, well, what challenges are going to be on January 6th? What challenges will be thrown up on January 6th? The Knight of Cups. Um, well, people are going to challenge the election. They're going to challenge his suitability to be president, and that's going to come up. That is definitely going to come up. What is the advice? Page of Pentacles. Seize opportunity. But you know, don't buy don't try and be too clever. Don't try and be too clever. The Page of Pentacles is always likes to seize opportunities. Yeah. Um, so don't try and be too clever, either side. What's at the base of this? Seven of Cups. Gaslighting, confusion, um, uncertainty is at the base of this. All being minor arcana now, so there's nothing major. I mean, there is a court card here, or there's two court cards, but there's nothing major or very surprising coming up in this reading on January 6th. What's going to be the outcome on January 6th? Page of Wands. Declaration, basically. A declaration. Is this a declaration in favor of Trump? Pages are the messengers, remember. The Knight of Swords. Chaos. Could cause some chaos. You see, if they do somehow, if it is somehow come about that Trump is declared ineligible, JD Vance will just be sworn in. The Hierophant came out reversed. The breakdown of the institution. Now, this is the first major arcana that's come out. So what is the declaration? And the Knight of Wands. Restraint. But I got a pause in proceedings. That's what this is telling me, a pause in proceedings. It's like they had to consult. It's going to be a long day. It can't go well into night. Will the election be certified? I feel like yes. This is interesting. It's the Seven of Pentacles, which is the assessment card, came out reversed. And that's a yes, but. Ten of Wands. Delegation. Ten of Wands reversed. Delegation. Look, there is a chance that if the Democrats succeed in proving that Trump is ineligible, then the delegation, of course, will happen, and that means J.D. Vance will be named. Wouldn't surprise me if J.D. Vance stabbed Trump in the back and provided evidence, irrefutable evidence. Did J.D. Vance stab Trump in the back? Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Go to any lengths to secure what he wants, this man. One extreme to another. Very interesting. Those of you who are interested, this deck is called the Line Strider Tarot. I can't remember who it's by. I have to find the box. But it is a beautiful deck. And yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. There might be some delays. I do think that someone is gonna be certified. Um, it could be a bit of a surprise as who is. Could be. Um, yeah. Okay. I know you lost Jimmy Carter last week, bless him. He is fine. He's doing well, and I have a little bit of a spot on my nose. Why didn't somebody tell me? Um, mm. So what is there that somebody like me to look at a different story? Now, somebody mentioned, I think it was that Canada is considering not allowing parents and grandparents. Canada pausing applications for parent and grandparent permanent residency. Why? I feel like this is gonna start shining a light on a few things. Okay. I feel like it could be skills. King of Cups. Another king. An assessment. Okay. I feel like there's something to do with skills. What can they bring? Bringing in retired people, is it really going to help the economy? Economic factors, will they be a drain on the economy? And um, They will have a look at those who are still working and who still have a good working life ahead of them, but mm, yeah, this is very much about um, a burden as well. I feel like this is a burden card at the moment. So, what would you like, sweetheart? You going to show? Oh, look at that! You're showing everyone your pretty face. Yeah. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, I think so. One of the reasons people came over on the Mayflower was to escape persecution, wasn't it? She is a sweet baby, aren't you, darling? Well, get over it. Oh, we knew he'd be furious. Anything that takes the spotlight off him. He wouldn't have had Jimmy Carter have a state. He wouldn't have let Jimmy Carter have a state funeral or allow him to lie in Congress. You can bet your bottom dollar that if Biden, but you know, hopefully not going to happen. If Biden passes while he's president, there's no way he'd do any of the things that Biden's doing for cars. There's no way. Hmm. You would deny him. You'd say no. Now, who's got a question they'd like me to answer? Yes, I know. Yeah, he is going to be laid at rest back in his hometown in Georgia. Um, okay, something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to do some single card reads. Okay, so let's have a look. So, who would like a single card read? It's going to be first come, first served, and I will highlight you as you put your name up. So, if you want a single card read, go wavy hand and card, please. Okay, Steve M. And Steve. Hi, how are you, Steve? Okay, God to the highest with compassion, please give me to cards. Steve M. Steve. I feel like a lightning of pressure on your chest, Steve. Six of Michael. This is a good card. This is the Six of Swords, light at the end of the tunnel. I understand you've recently made a move. Yeah, it's still breathe a sigh of relief. So yeah, I've got a lightning of pressure on your chest and relocation or travel. So all of these things, um, is it true you have relocated, Steve? I feel like they're the end of a turbulent time for you, and the opportunity to, um, start doing a few things for yourself. You have backup that you didn't have before, and you can stop and you can breathe now. Know that everything will be okay. It's time for you to start thinking for about yourself, not going anywhere. Well, you might not be going anywhere at the moment, but in the future you could. And I can tell you right now, what I've got going through my head is he bloody well better, or words to that effect. Um, don't stay static. If you've been getting lectures from your mum, start listening. Teresa Hadarian, that's you, MC. The Knight of Gabriel. This is the Knight of Wands, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Wow. Time to take action. Great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. Yep, this is you. You are very instinctive, and you're very passionate about your causes. I've got a little message of caution for you. Um, sometimes it doesn't hurt to pull up a little bit and listen to what somebody else might be saying with regard to a course of action. Sometimes it can be a bit my way or the highway, but because you are very passionate about something and you think you know everything about, we all do. But sometimes there's an alternate way of looking at something and a course of action. So if somebody is trying to tell you something, back a little bit on the reins and listen to them and then make that decision. Okay? It's the act of listening to them, listening to what they have to say, that is important. And whatever decision you make after that, you might still make the same decision, but it'll be made in a wise with more information. So pull up and listen to what people might be trying to tell you. Hi, Barb's Wheel of Fortune. If you want a card, my dear, wave your hand. Linda B. Craft. Linda, hey, my darling. Good advice. You know what I'm talking about then. Okay. Yeah, people who get passionate can tend to dismiss what other people are trying to tell them. Don't do that. Because they think they're the only one who really knows or cares. Not always the case. Okay, Linda B. Oh, the Magician. You've had a rough time of it, my darling, and you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear, and successful beginnings. Now, this is a great card for you. It's good news for you, but it is a major arcana, okay? And that means in terms of time, and we all know tarot is crap for time, totally crap for time, but it just means that things will happen. Things will get better. And what you've been hoping for and working towards manifesting will happen. Just a little bit more of a wait. But everything is there. You have all the tools you need for it to happen. So just keep working towards it, my darling. And there is an angel over your shoulder. Okay? There is an angel on your shoulder. Christina, hello. 20 people. That's quite a bit for me, isn't it? Hello, everyone. Hello to all my lovely lurkers. And hello to everybody who watches at a later date and chooses to watch my videos. It really is appreciated. Very, very much so. Leave a comment if you like. Um, if want to ask me specific questions, you can email me at FootPrint Tarot. Hang on a minute. And if you want, you can book a reading with me as well. Okay. If you're in Perth and in the northern suburbs of Perth, and I do know I have a few subscribers in the northern suburbs, I will be at the Alkimos car boot sale tomorrow morning up at the Gateway Precinct in Alkimos on Marmion Avenue, and I'll be doing readings. We'll be doing 5 and 7 card readings. Okay, so here we go. Christina Ascend. The 8 of Raphael. The 8 of Cups. You don't have to settle, my darling. The first thing I was drawn to was that first line. There is something better waiting for you. Don't settle. Don't settle. Do what you know is right for you. Definitely. Now, this can be a spiritual quest, but I'm not feeling like this is a spiritual quest. I feel like you're relatively confident in your spirit. But this is, it's, I'm getting fight back against those who think that they know better than you, who want you to settle, not because they don't want you to succeed, but because they don't want you to get hurt. Overprotectiveness. And there's definitely one person. Don't settle. I've got to say this romantically. I got romantically. Don't settle for what other people tell you the ideal is. You know what you want. If this person is not meeting your needs, don't settle for that. I'm not. Don't settle. But that doesn't mean you have to break up with somebody. Just be straight out with them and say, you're not doing good enough here. Okay? You have to step up. That's what I mean by not settling, is you don't have to go and break up with somebody romantically, but definitely use your voice and tell them if they're not doing a good enough job, if they're not doing their part, if that makes sense. I would never tell somebody to break up with somebody, but definitely use your voice and tell them, yeah, you've got to do better, because I won't settle for anything but what I deserve. and they'll either step up or they won't. Once everyone sign in, hi. Oh, the world. Big changes coming for you, my darling. It's got a very happy ending. That's nice. Sorry, my dirty mind. Very dirty mind here. Going full circle. So, this is you completing this phase of your life. So there's gonna be a shift for you. And basically, when you come to a circle, go back to school. So whatever you've needed to learn on this part of your journey through your life, you have learned. And it means that in the next few months, next even up to a year or so, you're going to be stepping into a new phase for your life. And you have all the knowledge and the lessons that you've learned to take with you. Okay? Cherry French, put your hand up if you'd like a card. Where do you want it? Where do you want it? You want it here? Yeah. Shelby. Yeah, my mind went straight to the gutter. What? Are you giving me attitude with that tail? Yeah. So that makes sense to you. Oh, that's good. Ariel. Okay. You've got some challenges coming up, my darling. You don't have to go through them alone. You have a wonderful support network, both within your family and without and outside of your family. Don't slide down into that spiral of negative thought. Okay? Don't allow yourself to slide down into that spiral. Um, this is not a long-term thing, okay? But you are going to be feeling a little bit alone. But that's, you are a strong lady. Uh, No, there are people who support you. And you're actually going to be wondering a bit, how did I get here? It's going to be a little bit of a surprise for you that you actually got there. But you know what? You'll be okay. Just ask for help, whether it's from family or friends, or if you feel it's more than that, um, seek professional help and don't let yourself fall down that spiral because negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Okay, that's very, very true. You actually said something a little bit earlier that things was a bit interesting. I think that was you, darling. But Shelby Lisa, just know that there are people there and you'll be okay. It's a long-term thing. So just know, I think maybe you feel that things are getting to you, and there's nothing wrong with admitting that, but you'll be okay. Yeah, I know, and do try and put a positive spin on things, and I know you'll be okay, but it's just like I said, I won't bullshit you guys, okay? So, mm, so if I feel, a bit of a tough time coming up, it's fine, but you'll be okay, and it's not a huge major thing, it's not all encompassing, it's not just okay, I got it. Out of sync. You just feel out of sync. No, you're not alone, my darling. There are people there to help you. Reach out, okay? I hope that makes sense to you. Shelby, comes Wheel of Fortune. How are you, Barb? You have a channel. You have a channel. Please feel free to put the link there. Wow, you've got a major arcana in it. The wheel. Archangel Jeremiah. Jeremiah. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in a direction that offers happiness. So you may have been feeling a little bit um, like things had come to a screeching halt, or that you weren't making the progress you wanted to make. Things are going to be changing for you. Okay. Now this is a major arcana, so it's a big change. It's a big lesson. It's not necessarily you'll wake up tomorrow morning and everything's changed. This is more of a, a process of change over time, and it is a change for the better, a change for the good, and it's going to make some really, really fantastic differences to you. Okay? Had to let go. Yeah. Very French. Sherry, you've got the moon. Like the third major arcana. So you've got the moon, the opportunity to improve your plans and listen to your intuition, accurate guidance. Now, stop face your fears and go stronger. So whatever it is you've been avoiding, I've got to tackle this, but I don't want to in case it all falls through. It won't. Okay? It won't. Tackle this thing that you've been putting off. The time is right now for you to act on your intuition and things that you thought you wouldn't see happen. It's like the clouds have cleared that were covering the moon, and you can see things more clearly now. And it is a good change for you and a much needed change that's going to lead you into the next phase of your life. Okay? Anybody else want a oh, reading into the 4 to 5 people injured? I unfortunately, when I saw that, I got going to be a few more incidences in the next few weeks, whether they're in Washington, DC or elsewhere. It just seems to be like anger and hate is seeping up out of the ground. Like that ooze from Ghostbusters 2 seeping up out of the ground. And leading to outbursts. Mm, loss. There's more loss. Disappointing news. You hope you hear that things are getting better, that these incidences are going to, but I'm still feeling like a spate. I'm getting at least 3 more incidences. This is in the US, okay, and this is of the domestic terrorism type thing. You shall be. Much appreciated. But things will settle down. There will be a return to some stability. People are feeling they can get away with these sorts of things. Yeah, again, insecurity in themselves and hate as well. Um, mm, wow, that is, very much. Gotta prove themselves, gotta prove themselves. Also, and as much as people would like to lay this all at Margaret's door, it's not. Um, these aren't all Margaret people. Frustration and anger, not enough, not enough, not enough, not enough, not enough, not enough. Hurt, I'm gonna hurt others. It's awful. And there's unfortunately, yeah, but a change is coming with that, but it's a major arcana, but it's still a while away. There's still some more incidences that will be played out, and goodness me. Yeah. Got a few more minutes before I wrap up. I started a bit late. Yeah, they are very common in the US. Um, there will be changes. There will be changes, but it's still quite a whiles away. There will be changes for the better, especially with the mass shootings, but there is a lot of work to do, a lot of work to do, which, I just picked up a cut just cut the deck and this popped out again, and this is also a lot of work to do. Then we have chariot, momentum, building momentum, and better communication, okay? And back to a simpler time. So it's mm. So what I think I'll wrap up with is I've got the archangel card here, and I'm using it. But what I'll do is I'll get the angel deck and see what messages. Doug Ford is a Canadian. Is he acting for an early election when he is reacting to Trump's Canada post? Uh, he wouldn't mind an early election. He thinks it would benefit him. Whether he's actively acting for that, he's certainly taking advantage of it. Uh, Trump's Canada post force an early election. Have a look. Four of air. I'm going to take that as a no. That's the Four of Swords. I'm going to draw back. I'm not saying that you have to wait till October, but it's not going to be like very soon. Still going to be a bit of a pause before that happens. So, what messages? Yeah. Um, we've got elections this year, July, unless an early election is called. Is there going to be an early election called in Australia? There going to be an early election called in Australia. Life experience 16, powerful revelation. That's the power, I think. 16's the power, isn't it? The tool guide here. Yeah, the tower. Interesting. So something could happen that forces an early election, and that would be pretty disastrous, I think, for the government. You take the check, but we never vote for him. Yeah, you're in Canada. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what message does the Spirit have for us for the coming week? What do we need to know? The Nine of Fire, the Nine of Wands. Don't give up. Protect that which you have created and believe in yourself. So don't give up. Um, things are near completion in whatever. This is a universal reading, so it could be global, it could be personal. Don't give up. Keep vigilant. Be prepared for anything that can come your way in the following week. The 10 of Fire, the 10 of Wands. Now, this is too much work. Get help from others. Life is out of balance and stress-related health concerns. So this is success after struggle. So be honest about what you can and can't deal with. Be honest about what you can and can't do. At a work thing yesterday, I think I know what I need to do. I'm not 100% positive about it. So next week, I'm going to double check my facts before I give out advice. Things like that. I didn't feel I had exactly the information I needed, so I said, you know, saying I will get back. The 5 of Earth, the 5 of Wands. Yeah, there's some fear surrounding money and wisdom to accept help from others and uncertain if you're in self-employment. So it's like, yeah, it could be for some of us, some people, a little bit of a straightened week, a little bit of stress on the finances or just a bit of concern that you'll have everything you need. If help is proffered, accept it. The 2 of Water. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting week. Relationships can grow closer, but and there's positive resolutions to conflicts. But one of the most important things we have to remember about this week is the importance of forgiveness. The importance of forgiveness. And then the Page of Earth. Then, towards the end of the week, there's good news about financial matters and wanting to do something. For some people, it's wanting to step up and have a bit more of a challenge and find a new area of study, embarking on a new area of study. There's something I've been thinking of doing, but I've been tossing up about it. So, and also, do I want that extra burden? So, you know, so it's not a week of huge, big, major changes, but there's some completion and there's some, yeah. But even though there's some stress, everything will be okay. So there's nothing big and major blowing up in our faces, but there is some completion. But also, do not give up your vigilance, your vigil. Um, accept health as a profit, but it could be in some households, post post holidays. I think it can be a bit stressful in a lot of households, especially if people are on holidays. Um, where I work shut down over the holidays. So that week in between Christmas Eve and the 2nd of I don't work. Hello, Jazzy girl. That's killing you, is she? I don't get paid. I'm a contractor. So it can get a bit stressful at times. So you've got to be careful. So it's about being vigilant, being careful, um, but also, knowing that things will step up and get a bit better, and there'll be some positive resolutions happening. Hey, Jazzy girl. Now, I was doing some single card readings earlier, Jazzy girl. Would you like a single card read? What does Trump claim for his enemies? Oh, he's got all sorts of things planned for his enemies. Uh, he's going to order some arrest warrants for this and arrest warrants for that. But It's not gonna happen. Um, sure thing. You'd like a single card read. Okay. Jazzy girl. I haven't seen you for a while. How have you been? Hope you've been good. You caught me just at the end of my, live. Wow! You got a major arcana. I think this is the 4th or 5th. The High Priestess. Trust trust your instincts. They're very, very powerful. Trust your insight, okay? Trust your insight and reflect and meditate on them. There's some very, very powerful and valuable information there, okay? Um, these major arcanas always mark major lessons. So trust your insight into the events that have happened recently and reflect and meditate on them. And the information that you'll be provided with will be so important in going forward, and it will, and that guidance and that your insight, um, you'll be able to move forward with a better level of peace than you've maybe been feeling recently. So it's a really, really important that you trust the insights, especially any psychic insights or intuition, intuitional insights that you've gained from recent events. Trust them, meditate on them, reflect on them. They'll be very important in your journey going forward. And you know what? This is only card 2. So this is the second card in your journey. So you've recently embarked on a new journey. Hello, Leslie Alfaro. I will see what I can do. Message from your grandmother. I'm not a medium, but I will see what the cards tell me about your grandmother, darling. Okay? So, yes, so Jazzy girl, definitely that's bringing tears. Oh, my darling, you've got a long way to go because what's happened recently is you closed off one journey and you started a new one. So definitely reflect on the lessons you learned and the insights you gained from the last journey. Hello, Leslie. Can you get a message from your grandmother? Okay. Now, I'm not a medium. I do use the cards. Okay. So I don't hear voices or anything like that. I do use the cards. Okay. But let's have a look and see. Now, universal spirit and guides of highest truth and compassion. Leslie is our Alfara is asking if she can get a message from her grandmother. Getting, getting shuffle more, shuffle more, shuffle more. Your grandma has something to say. I'm getting keep shuffling. Don't stop yet. Your grandma is like building energy. Your grandma has something to say. Leap of faith, the Fool. Leslie, definitely believe in yourself. I if I I don't know if your grandma would tell you that often. Listen to your heart and do what gives you joy. And why? Why is that the message? And that is the 3 main bases of this message. Why is that the message? You're starting on a new phase of your life, my darling, and Angelina, your grandma, doesn't want you to hold yourself back. No, would grandma approve? Would she like it? Grandma, be with you through whatever you decide to do. No judgment. She believes in you. Leslie, she believes in you. I cannot believe how much shuffling I had to do because this is like, you see that? She will always be there as a beacon, not to show you what to do, but to remind you to believe in yourself and know that you can do anything you want to do. I hope that makes sense, Leslie. I really do hope that makes sense. Mm. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. Susan Rotella. Well, I was going to wrap it up, but we'll stay for a few minutes. What starred? Yeah, okay. Hi, Susan. Would you like a card? I'm so glad you caught me. Susan Rotella, would you like a card? To go to the look, I can go to the 2-hour mark, sweetie. That's another 18 minutes. I'll go to the 2-hour mark, okay? So 17 minutes. So card for Susan Rotella. Wow, another major arcana. Things are moving for you. Get ready. Hang on tight. What does it say? Remove dentures and fasten bra straps. That's a saying, is it? Determination and self-control is really, really, really going to be needed, because things are going to happen fast for you over the next few months. It will seem like one thing's finished and then another thing starts, but they're all good. This card not just represents motivation, momentum, travel, it represents victory. Okay. It's interesting. This card, it's got unicorns there. And this is about things that at times you thought may never actually happen, may never actually manifest. Keep manifesting the hell out of them because they are there for you in the future. But again, this is a major arcana. So remember that major arcanas are not immediate, okay? But they are big and they are life-changing, okay? And they are important. So hang on for the ride, okay? Now, is there any stories that people want me to look at? Any stories people want me to look at in the last 15 minutes? Leslie, are you okay after the reading that I did from your grandma? And so any other stories? What I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring up something. Oh, Missy Moo, I've got some work to do this afternoon too. I'm some styling for where do you want them now? Over here? Oh, Daisy. My little fan got a bit squishy. A lot squishy. Oh dear. Ukraine ends Russian gas pipeline to Europe. Wow. Trump won't help in Ukraine unless he gets something out of it. Yes, it is summer. Mm-hmm. How about I get the pendulum out for the next few minutes and we'll ask some yes, no questions. So I found this one. I've been looking for it for months. It's a heavier stone pendulum. Missy, you going to move? Come on. Love my little girl. Pendulums show me no. Show me no. I don't think the pendulum's going to happen today. Hang on. Pendulum, show me no. Pendulum, show me yes. Yeah, okay. So let's ask, is Trump going to help end the war in Ukraine? I'm getting no. Not really, no. Um, will Trump be inaugurated? Now, this is what, 19 odd days out, 18 odd days out. Will Trump be inaugurated? I'm getting yes. Okay. Will the election be certified? Again, for those who don't know how I use the pendulum, I hold it over a card and I send it in a circle. Rephrase. Hang on. Okay. Will Trump Will the election be certified by Congress on January 6th? Seems strange. It's quite heavy, this pendulum, so I'm going to just shorten the chain a bit. Will the election be certified on January the 6th? Yes. Trump be inaugurated. Yes. Happy New Year too. Okay, guys, look, I am just got a few more minutes left. Have you got a question to ask me? Yes, we've lost 2024 saw us lose members of our community. Shelby Lisa's lovely mum, Eleanor McCarthy, and most recently Geek Hillbilly, who passed towards the end of November. Please send out happy energy and happy memories of them. Yeah. We've seen people suffering from illness and members of their family suffering from illness, and let's send out positive healing energy to those members of our community who themselves or their family members have been suffering. Will the orange menace be declassified? You mean disqualified? Okay, let's see. Will Trump be disqualified from holding office? Hang on. I'll wrap my finger around that. Okay. Wrap that around my finger. Be disqualified from holding office. The chain is quite long on this and it's quite a heavy stone. No. Took a while. I do. I send it in a circle and I then just let it settle. Any more questions? Will Trump be decertified for electoral votes? I'm going to go with a no for that, but we'll see what the pendulum says. Will Trump be decertified for electoral votes? Yeah, again, it says no. There are not enough Republicans with guts to do the right thing. But here's the thing, is that lots of people have said that the election was fair, there wasn't any cheating. So we'll take that as a given. And even if then there was, it's going to be hard to prove. But I'm going to ask a question. Elon Musk be deported? Will Elon Musk be deported? Getting a yes. Will Elon Musk's assets be seized? Again, I'm getting a yes. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to ask one last question of this pendulum. Okay. Will Donald Trump finish his term as president? No. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. So next week we might have a closer look at Musk and see what's in the future for him, given the last couple of findings from the pendulum. In the meantime, thank you all for joining me. And your support and love means so much to me. I really do appreciate it. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay loving, and above all, my darlings, please stay laughing. Laugh every day, and if you can, laugh with a stranger. Will NATO and the 5As come forward? Oh, okay. Just a very quick. Australia is part of Five Eyes, of course. Will NATO and Five Eyes come forward with evidence of election interference? I'm getting yes. And I'm also getting the message that they won't be able to link it to Trump, but they will be able to link it to Musk. So interesting. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you all, my darlings. Remember to stay laughing. Laugh every day if you can. Laugh with a stranger. Love you all. Bye-bye.